How you doing this morning?
Good. You?
Doing well.
Good. Just trying to lighten the mood a little.
For sure.
Deatrich, just with the way things have gone, obviously you guys aren't happy. What's your particular message to the defense this week?
Got to move on. Get back to the basics, techniques and fundamentals, and have a great week this week.
How surprising is this, what you guys are going through from your perspective, especially the defense and the running game?
You know, I take what's going on right now as more so as like how life is, how life goes. So sometimes you plan for things, and life gives you curveballs, but you need to learn what you need to learn in the midst of what's going on. Because when things like this happen again, we have to be able to, okay, I've been here before. Now I know what to do. Now I know how to lead or act or whatever the case is. So this is just like a very parallel example of life in a sense. So that's how I'm taking it.
What did you see on film specifically when you looked at Mr. Levin gashes, drugs, 4, 8, 7, 4?
Yeah. So like I said yesterday, I take a lot of responsibility of the defense. I feel like if I'm able to play better, we can able to get more plays on the field and get off the field faster. So me as a leader, I feel like I have to step my game up, make sure that I'm always coming in 10 out of 10 reps, giving my best, playing the hardest I can possibly play, and go out there and dominate. So
Guys in the wrong spots, is it guys just
it depends on what play you're looking at. I think really everything falls back down to techniques and fundamentals and getting back to the basics. And that's the we're on. We're moving on to the Jets, focusing on them and what they do good and bad.
Deatrich, Bill Belichick sort of criticized Gerard about calling the team soft. In doing so, he did mention you and some other players by name as a reason why he didn't think the defense was soft. I'm just wondering, did you hear Bill's comments, your thoughts on it, and just your thoughts in general about what Gerard said?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said. What did he say?
Bill, he said, didn't think it was fair to the defensive players. Didn't think you guys were soft. He said they returned most of the guys from last year. Mentioned you by name along with Keon, Christian Gonzalez, Doug Marcus Jones. Something, quote, I'm kind of hurt for those guys because to call them soft, they're not soft.
That's all I got. Yeah.
What was your thoughts on what Gerard said after the game?
What is that after the game?
He said he thought you guys were soft, and then clarified in the radio that he thought you was playing soft.
Got you. Well, I don't know the context of what he said it and what question was asked for him to say it like that. I know what Patriots standard looks like, what the defense is supposed to look like, and once we get back to that level, then I think we'll be able to play at that level, and that's a high level. So that's kind of what my mindset is, honestly.
As a leader, you know the commitment from players that it takes to get to that standard.
Yes.
You've seen it here. Are you seeing that commitment from your fellow teammates across the league?
I am. I see guys playing through injuries, guys wake up early in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, coming here working out, guys staying later, watching film. Guys are doing everything they're supposed to do. Things just aren't falling our way, but nobody's giving up. Nobody's just hanging their hat. Nobody's saying the F for this. Everybody's locked in, ready to go, ready to move on to the Jets.
Do you think you and your fellow players can take motivation from Gerard's comments and you guys are playing soft?
I don't really think anybody took it any type of way. Honestly, I don't think anybody ever heard what he said. And even if they did, they're on to what can we do to play better. That's what their mindset is.
Gerard says that he speaks to the media as a way to speak to the players. So do you guys usually not hear what he says to the media?
So I don't know, me personally, I don't always listen to what the outside world talks about. Honestly, respectfully, I kind of just focus in on what the locker room's going on and then whatever my family's doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my mind works. So if I say anything, I won't be here until y'all tell me,
Deatrich, are you guys fired up to show that you aren't a soft football team?
Say it one time.
Are you guys fired up to show people that to attack things this week and show that you guys aren't a soft football team?
We're fired up to go out there and get a win. That's our main goal, to turn this around, start putting W's on a column, and go out there and play at a high level in which we know how to play.
How much of it all does your role change, excuse me, as a leader when things get a little basic, for lack of a better term? Are you proactive in terms of reaching out to some younger guys? Do you wait for them to come to you? How does that process play out?
It expands. I do what I'm already supposed to do, or I naturally do, and then wherever I see little fires or wherever I see head downs or whatever the case is, I'll go over there and address the situation. So that's kind of how that goes.
How much of a challenge do you have in this Jets team, which you guys know and just played, but also an opportunity?
Yeah, we played them before. They have a very similar style offense that we played before. West Coast, they do a lot of great things. They have a new receiver, so that's Aaron's new target. So make sure we have to watch out for him. A great running back system with Bryce, and that two of the monster there. The O-line is strong and big, so really we've seen them before. We know what to do, we know what we can't do, and we have to go out there and do it.
Deatrich, with the struggles the last few weeks, DeMarcus Covington's name has come up a little bit. Do you feel like his message is getting through to you guys on the defense? And do you feel like you guys are responding well to his coaching?
Yes, we do. I mean, I feel like he's a great coach. I feel like he go out there and coach us, and then it's our job to go out there and do it.
Deatrich, have you ever been in a position? Have you ever been in a position where you lost multiple players in the defensive front? And if so, how did you adapt and how did you grow through that?
When you lose guys, whenever situation is going on, it's always the next guy's responsibility to step up, and then the guys who are leaders or been there before help that person elevate. So there's a lot of new guys, a lot of young guys on our front seven, and the guys who've been there before, we're all walking through together, making sure we all see the same thing, going over each blocking scheme, each technique, to where that we're able to elevate our game each week. That's it. Thank y'all.
All right. All right, guys. What's up?
Now that you have a couple games under your belt with Craig, how have you seen your role with him, knowing him, kind of, and finding those spots and places in the defense that you've seen been able to find?
Yeah.
How's that grown?
I think he's done a tremendous job. He's seeing things well. He's only continued to see things well. Really, it's my job to be at the right spot at the right time in the timing of the offense. So trying to do that to the best of my ability. Sometimes coverages dictate certain things. Sometimes different things make things different. But obviously with his mobility too, just working with him and the scramble drill and different things like that, he's doing a tremendous job.
How was when were you and Drake able to build so much chemistry? It seems like you guys have good chemistry.
Yeah, I think you try to build that. Sometimes you're not going to get as many reps on the field, maybe, but I feel like we've built a lot of chemistry, maybe off the field, and just trying to get to know each other, get to know him. I always try to get to know all the quarterbacks, all the young guys in general. So you try to build that maybe chemistry off the field, and then hopefully it translates a little bit on the field too.
How is he done when it comes to finding a balance? I imagine it can be pretty challenging being a rookie and wanting to be deferential to veterans like yourself, but also he's in a leadership position, he's in a forward-facing position. How's he able to pull it off?
Yeah, it's he does a good job. I think it's just doing your job first, focusing on the main thing in that aspect, and then once those things kind of take care of themselves, then he can step up, say a little bit more. But it's mainly focusing on what he's got to do, and then the other things will come as they go.
Hunter, it's Wednesday morning, first day back after a long trip, tough trip. It's been a long few weeks. What's the mood of the team this morning?
I think everybody's excited. It's a big opportunity. We got another home game. We got a good football team coming in, and how can you not be excited, man? You got obviously we're not where we want to be as a football team at all, but we got another chance in front of us. So you got to have that mentality, no matter if we're 6-1 or we're 1-6. And I think everybody's excited to meet the challenge this weekend.
Hunter, you sound positive, and I appreciate that. I want to ask you, is the mindset in the locker room the same as it was at the beginning of the year when you were just starting out, now that you're 1-6?
Well, obviously it can be hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard at all, right? It's not, like I said, it's not where we want to be at all, but it's you gotta flip the page. No matter if you're, where we are right now or you're at the high, like you got to continue to flip the page, you attack each week like it's just a one game, season. And that's what we're going to do this week, and I think everybody's excited for that.
You say there's an increased sense of urgency because of the position you're in, or you kind of trying to stay even keeled because it is relatively early?
I would say personally, I try to stay as even keel as I can throughout the whole season. I try to stay as consistent as I can, and hopefully, for sure, that always tries to rub off on other guys. I want to be the same person I was, April 15th or whatever when we got here in the off season as I am today. So I try to just attack the game with the same joy, positivity every single day.
Gerard said after the game, you guys were playing soft. Went on to clarify, or called you a soft team. Went on to clarify that he thought you were playing soft. Should you guys take that as a challenge? And do you want guys to take that as a challenge? Like, we can't be that. We don't want anyone saying that about us.
Yeah, I think it's got to challenge you. This is a physical game, and you never want that to be your identity at all. So I think that's a big challenge for all of us. I think I've looked at myself in the mirror, and I think everybody else will look at themselves. That's a big challenge, and you never want to be identified that way.
How do you think the team will react?
I think the team will react great. Like I said, you don't want to be called that. I think we got a lot of great football players in there, a lot of tough football players in there, and I think everybody will react great.
As a leader, will you go up to individual guys this week? What's kind of your routine when it comes to trying to get you guys going in that right direction?
I think just attacking the week like I always do. I'm not treating it like any other week. Just bring the same positivity, same good vibes in a way to everybody. Obviously, you can talk to about different things in the game plan or different things like that, but just trying to attack the week as the same and try to continue to get better.
Is it any different attacking the Jets now with a different quarterback under center?
I'm sorry, you got to say that one more time.
Are the vibes any different attacking the Jets now with a different quarterback under center?
Obviously they got after us pretty good in the first game and kind of set the tone. So we got to be ready to go from the jump. And this is, like I said, obviously a really, really good football team. Have a lot of talent. It's going to be a big challenge for us. And I think we're going to be ready to go from the jump. We just got to start fast like we did last week in a way, and then continue that throughout the game.
On Thursday, you take kind of the pulse of your team as a captain, understanding you want to do certain things every week, work hard, study hard, etc. What does this team need in this week specifically from you as a leader?
I think I got to bring some juice. I think it's something, I think trying to elevate guys just energy-wise in a lot of ways. So I think that's something that I want to bring this week is just bringing the energy, bringing a little bit of juice because this is an exciting opportunity that we have in front of us, and you got to attack it that way.